Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Babylon 5 episode 5. I haven't looked at the title yet. I haven't even opened the laptop. You know, I just wanted to crack on. I hope you're doing really well. If you are new here, my name is Marie-Clare. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you again for all the support. The love has been so wonderful on Babylon 5 so far. So just thank you so much to everyone for kind of like just embracing me. Like I feel like I've just had like some arms put around me and I've been like accepted into this community, and I really appreciate that, because obviously, as I've spoken before about it, I was very nervous about starting Babylon 5. I think when you know there's a very powerful community of fans, it's very daunting. It's like when I did my first Star Wars movie. It was just a lot. So thank you for your support. Right, should we crack on? I'm really enjoying where Babylon 5's going. I'm really enjoying the fact that I am slowly picking up people's names and I'm slowly understanding concepts and species and things like that. Like I felt so much pressure in episode 1 to just like know it all, and actually you don't need to. That's the whole point of, as you guys have been saying to me, like, this is, you're finding, what am I trying to say? The show is establishing itself, and I'm not going to know it all in 4 episodes. So, let's go. Full length will be on Patreon. You can find that on the Eccleston tier. It's also very windy outside, so please excuse the background noise.
I'm a pilgrim here for the sacred day of Shudan.
I don't care if you're the Easter Bunny, you're not bringing this on the station.
The maker of all things will not permit this. He will allow nothing to stand between me and the blade.
Yeah? Tell you what, I'll tie this to a magnetic grapple, stick it on the station's hull, point you to the nearest airlock. If you can go after it without a breathing unit, you can have it.
He's so sarky, isn't he?
You're testing my patience.
Fishes, but no one for me. I'm thinking of hooking a love. Soon after supper is done. Yes?
Greetings, Ambassador Jakar. It's been a long time, and I doubt you've forgotten your old associate Durand. I am dying.
About time.
In fact, by the time you get this recording, I will already be dead.
Cheers.
But then very shortly, so will you.
Oh. He's like, oh.
You ruined my family's name and humiliated me before the council. Retribution was inevitable. But retribution is also expensive. I have ordered my considerable assets liquidated on my death. The funds will be given to someone eminently qualified to kill you. You will be dead within 48 hours of receiving this message.
From what I've heard,
What's on his hand?
Commander, I just thought...
Apparently these things can last up to a week. Eating, purging.
Catherine's on board.
Ah.
I just saw her come through customs. Thought I'd let you know before you ran into her or something.
It's quite level.
Do you know what the last song said just before he died?
I am. Words just can't express how much I'm enjoying this.
London. Tell me, what are all these statues?
Our household gods.
Someone has explained before, but I can't remember as to why their hair was like that. Was it a wig error or something? Nice to see Ivanova kind of relaxed a bit. I bet those cast members are genuinely laughing.
Hello, Jeff.
Catherine?
I didn't know you were in charge of the station until I got here. If I'd known, I wouldn't have come. I keep my promises, you know that.
As long as you're on stopover, if you don't have any other plans, how about dinner? I'd like to show you around a little if you have time.
This is how we get into trouble every 3 years. All right.
Something, Ambassador?
Just thinking about last week. The unfortunate accident with an airlock that caused the sudden demise of my first aid Kodath. Very sudden.
Ambassador, with all due respect, if it were me, you wouldn't be here for us to have this conversation.
Except, of course, Durog wants to prolong my discomfort for the next 48 Earth hours. The last thing he wants is a quick death.
How can you be sure there is an assassin on board? What if he only told you this to frighten you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to
Said
say.
anything is possible. If he wanted the best, he would have gone to the Assassin's Guild to get a killer.
And you have no idea how that got into my bed?
Ambassador, it is
I
not
think
my
it's
place
her.
to speculate on how anything gets into your
She's
head.
the obvious person, the obvious assassin.
Women, for instance.
You wish protection,
Yes.
mighty Narn Empire, soldiers, guns, and you come to the grass.
I need a bodyguard, someone who isn't from my own world. I have to attend the Minbari ceremony in 2 Earth hours. Will you have someone by then?
Is this satisfactory?
Oh god.
Oh, yes.
But then surely just because they look scary, that doesn't mean they're good at being protection.
Into storm, into darkness, into death. And the 9 said, yes.
What if her new aide is the assassin? I don't trust anyone.
From birth, through death and renewal, must put aside old things, old fears, old lives.
What in the world are you doing here? You were supposed to meet me at the Minbari ceremony.
It could so be his aide. She's literally there.
Just trying to get your story down, Ambassador.
It's not my story, it's the truth. When this individual was killed, I was at the Minbari ceremony with you, remember?
Yours?
Get out.
Don't push, Ambassador. Unless you've heard otherwise, I'm still head of security.
And under the terms of our treaty, diplomatic quarters are considered foreign soil. Since I have full diplomatic immunity, I don't have to answer any of your questions.
And just let me say, Ambassador, from the bottom of my heart, hot pink is definitely your color.
Who gave you the data crystal that you delivered to me yesterday?
The message was from Counselor Durog.
Durog is dead! Someone had to give it to you on his orders. Who?
Counselor Shadorth.
I'm not sure this is a good idea.
Don't do this to me.
We just got over each other.
Who says?
Oof.
Who says I got over you and you got over me? Don't just turn it off like a switch.
Yeah, there's definitely something
yes, I stopped
between
sleeping
them.
on just one side of the bed, but only because you weren't there. I should go. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have come.
Catherine.
You can have the floor, and I never...
Don't.
Don't touch me unless you mean it.
It's very passionate, isn't it?
And I wish to formally request that my attaché Natoth be reassigned immediately to another sector. I want her picked up for transport within the hour.
Confirmed, Ambassador.
What delay?
Our courier, Rudak, met with an unfortunate accident the day he was scheduled to leave for Babylon 5. We have not yet found a replacement.
What are you talking about? The courier is right here.
Ooh.
Ah, you're awake.
Those are pain givers on your neck and wrists, Ambassador. If you come within 10 feet of me while wearing them, you will experience pain such as you cannot conceive.
Ambassador? Ambassador Jakar! Re-establish contact with last transmission. Confirmed. Stand by.
must be overwhelming. Why hold it in? Cry out, Ambassador.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
I would die.
Toth, I'm glad to see my instincts were correct. I knew you'd need complete privacy for this.
This is none of your affair, Natoth. Leave while you can.
Not until I've done what I came here to do. I'm your backup, Tapari. I have to finish the job in case you fail.
I wasn't told about a backup.
No, the primary never is.
She's lying.
Natoth!
At your service, Ambassador.
Sorry, but I can't take the chance that you're lying.
You're making a mistake.
I think she's lying.
Perhaps.
Why is the pain thing not gone off?
That hurt.
Ambassador, it was the only way to disable the pain givers. I had to hit them as hard as possible, as often as possible, and still make it appear as though I were beating you into another incarnation.
They will kill me.
Yes, they will, won't they? I imagine they're already on
The way he says it with a smile.
They should be here in about 1 hour. It would be even more unfortunate if they were to find me here when they arrive.
But if they do, you will know pain.
And you will know fear.
And then you will die. Have a pleasant fight.
You will not pay, you will not fear, and then you will die. Why do I feel like that's... I feel like this story isn't going to end there.
Guess I'm your good luck charm.
You sure you have to go?
Oh, it's just for a few days. I have to make a survey run through the Deneb sector by next Tuesday or I lose the commission. See you when I get back.
I'm not leaving this time.
Neither am I. This should be
Oh.
interesting.
One chance. Are you sure that we've come to the right place?
That's it, I'm leaving.
This is where he said to wait, and this is where we're waiting.
All right. We're all set. If you'll come this way. This is Mr. Harris. He's an atheist. Father Crisanti, a Roman Catholic. Mr. Hayakawa, a Zen Buddhist. Mr. Rashid, a Muslim.
This is for the marriage.
Mr. Rosenthal, an Orthodox Jew. Running Elk of the Oklala Sioux faith. Father Papopoulos, a Greek Orthodox. Ojijiko of the Igbo.
I had the best time watching that episode. I think that might be my favourite episode so far. I really feel like, because obviously last episode we didn't have Londo, we didn't have Shakar, we didn't have Dylan. Look at me with these names. And I don't know, like when this show first started, I did not feel great about Shakar. I just thought, and let's be honest, he wasn't the nicest person. But seeing him in that, just like at the beginning, singing along, making his dinner, and then kind of seeing him put into this state of fear and seeing, I guess I felt like I just was able to see a bit more of him. And I liked the little like party scene where Londo had obviously drunk quite a lot. We saw like Ivanova kind of actually laughing and a bit more relaxed. I really liked the scene between Shakar and Garibaldi, like with the underwear and how it's his colour. And I don't know, I feel like we're really starting to establish these characters and who they are. I also feel like they're bonding on Babylon 5, which is then helping me as the viewer. I don't know, I just feel like I got to see some of the characters a little bit in a bit more depth and seeing other sides of them, you know, seeing Commander Sinclair with Caroline? Have I just made that up? Caroline. You know, then they've planted the seed there because now they've decided to commit to each other. I don't know, I felt like the writing was really strong in that episode. It just all came together really well for me in that episode. And I'm very, very, very content with it. And I'm also just very relieved that 5 episodes in, I'm feeling the way I am about this show. Because throughout the time that I watched Space 1999 Series 1, I would sit there before filming and sing the Blake 7 theme tune, because it was just, Blake 7, you know, had really, really, like, has a place in my heart. I don't overly feel like Babylon 5 has a theme tune that I would sit here and hum, but what I'm trying to say is Blake 7 was still very clearly on my mind when watching Space 1999, whereas when I sit down and watch Babylon 5, I'm watching Babylon 5, like no other show comes into my head, and that's amazing. So I'm just very relieved that I feel this way this early on, and I'm also bonding with characters very quickly. So that will probably mean heartache in the future, but I'll deal with that when I get to it. But I really, really had a great time with that episode. Let me know your thoughts, obviously spoiler free, and I will see you very soon for episode 6.